Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at how to install the new Freezer 36, which we have here, onto an Intel LGA1700 motherboard socket. Now we won't be putting thermal paste on in this application because obviously I'm just going to be doing this and taking it apart after, do another motherboard, but obviously do put your paste on where I tell you to. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward task, shouldn't take you too long at all, but I'm going to go through it step by step, just so it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with the process. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so to begin with, what we're going to need. So we've got our cooler, the fans are attached from the factory, so you're going to want to take those off, they just pop off. And put those to one side. You're also going to need your Intel LGA1700 mounting bracket or adapter plate. Also you need the packet of screws with the collar on them, rather than the ones that are threaded all the way along. Those are for AMD. You'll also need your Torx key adapter and your thermal paste of choice. Okay, so we've got our motherboard and the processor is actually on the socket at the moment, which I would suggest you do just to protect the pins. So you'll also need something to actually support the underside of the board. So this bit doesn't come off when we undo the screws. So this is much better to be done actually on a test bench or something. If you're doing it in a vertical system whilst in there, you're going to have trouble holding that in place. So do bear that in mind. So first thing we want to do is to release the clasp from the processor. And if you want to, you can lift this section up. The choice is entirely up to you. Next, we want to grab our little Torx head key and loosen off all four of the screws, which are holding the ILM in place. Once those are loosened off, you can just pull those away and put them somewhere safe. So the next part is to grab your frame, and you notice on the bottom there are some pads there to isolate it from the board. So literally just drop this over the top of your CPU and it should look something like this. Next we want to take our four screws, the ones with the blank collar, not with the thread, and just pop one of each into the holes. Ready to start tightening up. So you can do this in a crisscross method. These are actually with a P2 or PH2 type head. So you can just do those up until they start biting. If it doesn't bite straight away, just loosen off one of the corners. You can, if you want to, get it to a point where it clicks. So if we do a reverse turn, then you can hear that click, and then you can do it sort of 1, 2, 3, and then do the same on the other side. So we'll do the reverse until it clicks. 1, 2, 3, and you can do that each side, depending what you want to do. It doesn't make a great deal of difference, but you want to try and get this as equal as you possibly can, and just keep on going until these screws bottom out. And you can feel there is a somewhat of a hard stop. So that is the mounting bracket installed. So the next thing to do is to actually grab our CPU cooler and get this ready. You want to make sure you take off the tab at the bottom, the protective tab, and if you want to, you can give the exposed heat pipes a little bit of a clean. Now when you're actually installing this, if you look at it, there is a logo on the top. So this is the orientation. So apply your thermal paste however you see fit. Then put the cooler over the top, and you should find that the screw holes kind of mount or line up together. And you can do the same thing on this side now. So just do a couple of reverse turns till you hear that click, and then do 1, 2, and then we'll do the other side. So a few reverse turns, click, 1, 2, and then just go through doing a couple of turns each side until the screws bottom out at the very end. So that is pretty much it for the actual tower installation. Now we can put on the fans. So if you look at the fans, you'll notice they've got these little screws installed already, and these just go into the little recesses there. You can tell which fan is the front and which is the back. So the front fan actually has the screws in the back, and the only thing you want to do is to make sure you're wiring is easy to access, and this is actually really straightforward. So if I turn this around, you can see it a little bit better. So those just match up with the holes there. So just kind of line it up approximately, and they snap into place. And then you can do the same for the rear one. Again, rotate the fan so your cables, or at least most of the cables, are either at the top or the back. And again, this particular one, this has got the screws in the front, so this signifies this is the rear one. So that is the fans installed. At this point, if you want to, you can do the peel, take the protective coating off at the top. But the next thing you're going to want to do is to connect up the fan and also the addressable RGB cables. So for simplicity's sake here, I've moved the addressable RGB cables out of the way for now. So we're going to concentrate first of all on the actual fans. So with these, they are daisy chainable. So if you don't have many headers on your motherboard, like we don't here, then you can actually plug them in together. So do it however you see fit. These just snap in together, like so, leaving you with just one cable to connect. On this particular motherboard, the header is this one here, which is a 4-pin PWM, and there we go, that is now attached. You can obviously cable manage this however you see fit after, if you want to just tuck those cables in however you want to do it. The next part is the addressable RGB. So on our particular board, the addressable RGB port is really nearby, so it's just there. So we can do the same here. So these are actually daisy chainable as well. So if we connect up the first one, so there is our addressable RGB connector. So now we can grab our secondary one. So grab the female side, and then we can remove the cap from here and just line those up and snap those together. Again, when it comes to cable management, you can do whatever you want, but that is effectively it. So that is your CPU cooler fully installed, and we've got some pretty reasonable RAM clearance there on this particular board. So yeah, no problems at all. So there we go. There is our Arctic Freezer A36 ARGB edition in white, all on our nice little mini ITX motherboard. Hopefully this video has been useful to you, and hopefully you understand the process. If you don't for any reason, then please do reach out to us in that comment section below, or alternatively, you can head over to our Discord chat. It's completely free to join, so if you wish to do that, you're more than welcome to, and we'll try and guide you through the process. But I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.